Hi, and welcome to First Time Mums Chat. I'm Helen Thompson, a baby massage instructor and childcare educator, and a passionate advocate for supporting mums just like you as you navigate those precious but sometimes overwhelming earlier months of parenthood. First Time Mums Chat is here to offer you real-world support, gentle encouragement, and practical tools to help you connect with your baby and feel more confident every step of the way. In this new series, Move, Play, Grow, we're looking at how movement and music can become the secret ingredients to helping your baby thrive, from those early tummy time sessions all the way to those first wobbly steps. Have you ever found yourself wondering, why does my baby hate tummy time? Or worrying, am I doing it right? Well, you're not alone, and today's episode is here to offer you fresh hope. I'll share a beautiful story about a mum and her 4-month-old baby who once struggled with tummy time too, and how a simple shift in presence, rhythm, and connection turned their struggles into shared moments of joy and discovery. By the end of this episode, you'll walk away with new ideas you can start today, and a whole new perspective on how tummy time isn't just about strength, but about connection, confidence, and laying the foundation for your baby's future growth. So if you're ready to transform tummy time into a moment of magic for you and your baby, let's get started. Welcome new mums and mums-to-be. Parenting can feel overwhelming, especially in today's fast-paced world where support may feel out of reach. I'm Helen Thompson, childcare educator and baby massage instructor, and I created First Time Mums Chat to be your companion through this incredible journey. Since 2021, I've been here to share practical, holistic insights designed to make those first months, especially from 4 weeks to 10 months, just a bit easier. Through this podcast, I help you feel more connected to your baby while easing ups and downs of early motherhood. Join me and a lineup of amazing experts as we tackle your biggest questions, share real stories and other advice to help you step confidently into motherhood. Motherhood can be challenging, but you don't have to do it alone. Let's dive in and embrace this journey together. Before we begin, please remember that this podcast is for informational purposes only, and it is not a substitute for medical advice. If you have any concerns about your or your baby's health, please consult a qualified medical professional. Building upon earlier discussions on this podcast on tummy time, this series goes beyond the basics. It's all about how movement and the rhythm of music can capture your baby's development from those early floor sessions right through to toddlerhood. References to my previous podcast on tummy time are in the show notes. Let's kick this episode off with a personal story. I remember working with a lovely mum and her 4-month-old baby when I was working in the baby room in a childcare centre. One day, she came in to observe, and as she entered, she noticed a few of the babies happily lying on their tummies, lifting their heads, gazing around. I lay beside them, chatting and humming gently. She looked a bit surprised and said, "I wish my baby would do that. He just hates tummy time at home." I invited her to come down onto the mat beside him and suggested she speak softly or hum a gentle lullaby, something rhythmic and calming. She was hesitant at first, but she gave it a try, and as her voice carried a gentle tune, something shifted. Her baby paused, looked up, and for the first time stayed on its tummy for more than just a few seconds. Over the next few weeks, that little boy began to push up more, wriggle his legs, and even start to scoot slightly. His mum had found her rhythm, not just musically, but emotionally. She stopped treating tummy time like a task and began to see it as a chance to connect. What stood out most wasn't how long he stayed on his tummy, but how present and engaged he became. It was the beginning of something bigger, movement as communication. He was beginning to show her, I'm getting stronger, I'm learning about my body, and I'm ready for more. That moment I shared with the mum humming gently beside her baby during tummy time wasn't just heartwarming. It was a perfect example of something I've seen time and time again in both my baby massage classes and my work in childcare settings. When we slow down, tune in, and meet babies where they are, those early floor moments become so much more than just physical milestones. Whether it's a baby lifting their head for the first time or a wriggling toddler discovering their body through music and rhythm, I've seen firsthand how movement supports connection, growth, and confidence from the ground up. Tummy time isn't just about strengthening neck muscles. It's your baby's first experience of seeing the world from a new perspective, and it's a crucial step in helping them understand where their body begins and ends. When your baby pushes up on their arms or turns their head from side to side, they're building important skills: coordination, core strength, and spatial awareness, all of which lead to rolling, crawling, and eventually walking. Here's what's truly magical. These moments also help develop your baby's vestibular system. That's their sense of balance and their sense of where their body is in space. These help them feel grounded and safe in their little bodies. Movement also fuels brain development. Every time your baby shifts their weight or looks toward a sound, they're building neural pathways, strengthening the connections between their body and their brain. Tummy time lays the groundwork for a curiosity-driven moment. It helps your baby feel more confident exploring their environment, reaching for toys, and eventually scooting across the room with determination and delight. When you combine tummy time with music, your voice, a gentle beat, or soft melody, it becomes more than a motor skill exercise. It becomes an experience. It invites rhythm, connection, and a joy into their learning. In my work in childcare as a nanny and in my baby massage classes, I've had the joy of watching so many babies grow into their bodies through movement. Are you feeling unsure or overwhelmed as you navigate life as a new mum? Or maybe you've discovered a trick that's made your journey easier and you'd love to share it with others. I'd love to hear your questions, thoughts, or even those precious parenting wins you've had. Head over to mybabymassage.net/message, mybabymassage.net/message, and leave me a quick voice message. It's as easy as chatting with a friend. I personally listen to every message, and yours could even be featured in an upcoming episode to help other mums just like you. So take a moment and share your story. You never know who you might inspire. One little boy I work with really stands out. He had been quite resistant to tummy time at first. For weeks he'd only tolerated short bursts, just a few minutes here and there, before the tears would start. His mum used to say to me, "He just doesn't like it. I don't think he'll ever crawl." I reassured her this was totally normal, and we took it one day at a time, with gentle encouragement, quiet time on the floor, and some background musical humming to help him feel more relaxed. He began to stay on his tummy a little longer each day. We never pushed it. It was always about noticing his cues and following his lead. Then one day he surprised us all. He pushed a little taller, rocked his body slightly, and gave a determined little scoot forward. His mum gasped and laughed. "Did you see that? He moved." It was such a small movement, but such a big one too. You could see in his eyes he was ready. And from there he kept going. A little wriggle turned into a scoot, and eventually that became a proper crawl. Moments like this remind us that these early scoot movements and tummy time wriggles are much more than physical development. They're your baby's first step into exploring the world, building confidence, and discovering that they have urgency. That's exactly what we're talking about in the next episode. How your baby moves from tummy time into crawling, scooting, and those early bursts of independent exploration. It's an exciting phase, and it's full of wonder and learning for both of you. So if you're in that stage right now when your baby resists tummy time or you're unsure whether it's really doing anything, I just want to reassure you it matters. And it's okay if progress looks slow or a little wobbly at first. What feels like a small wriggle today may be the beginning of a big milestone tomorrow. Whether you're humming softly beside your baby on the mat or simply giving them space to explore at their own pace, you're helping them build their strengths, confidence, and trust. They'll carry with them as they grow. And remember, you don't have to do this perfectly. You just have to be present. In our next episode, we'll be sharing more about how babies transition from tummy time into crawling, scouting, and early exploration, and how you can gently support the next phase of movement with rhythm, music, and connection. If you've been enjoying First Time Mums Chat and finding value in the insights and advice I share every fortnight, I'd love your support to keep the podcast going. Creating this content takes time, effort, and resources, and your contribution can make a big difference. If you'd like to support the show, you can buy me a virtual coffee. It's quick, easy, and every little bit helps me continue bringing you helpful and inspiring episodes. Just head to mybabymassage.net/donate, mybabymassage.net/donate. And thank you so much for being part of this journey with me. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of First Time Mums Chat. I truly appreciate you taking the time to listen and be a part of our community. If today's discussion on transforming tummy time into bonding experience resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to share your experience or any questions you might have by reaching out on Instagram at First Time Mums Chat or by sending me an email. Hey mums, does your little one struggle with sleep? Are teething pains making them and you restless? I know how exhausting those sleepless nights can be. That's why I've created the Baby Massage Quick Start Guide, a simple 5-minute routine designed to soothe fussiness, relieve teething, discomfort, and help your baby sleep better. These easy-to-follow massage techniques fit right into your daily routine and help calm your baby fast. Get your free copy now at mybabymassage.net/massage. That's mybabymassage.net/massage. Let's bring peaceful nights and happy days to you and your baby. Looking ahead, in our next episode, we'll dive into the exciting transition from tummy time to crawling and early exploration. We'll explore how you can support your baby's development during this phase with gentle movement, rhythm, and connection. Also, I'm considering launching a teasing workshop. If this is something you'd find beneficial, please let me know. Your feedback will help shape the course to best meet your needs. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider leaving a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Your reviews help other first-time mums discover the podcast and join our supportive community. Until next time, remember, you don't have to do this perfectly. You just have to be present.